I'm be talking about something that's been holding me back for the longest time. And if you're wondering, I'm flexing hard as hell right now, but stay tuned, dude. If you don't really know me in person, man, I am a stubborn dude. I'm really good at holding grudges. I'm really good at being angry all the damn time. And that comes with how I was brought up and raised. And I'm not going to go on a sad pity story about how I'm different than most people. What I wanted to do is just talk about. Hold up. I need to put on a shirt. I am not your father. Pretty much what has happened to me. It is currently I don't know when I'm gonna post this video, man, but it is June 5th. And I've been working at these 9 to 5 companies, these organizations where you have to work with other people, man. And I'm introverted from the get go. And I don't like people, as bad as that sounds, especially when people are out to get you, screw you over, or betray you. But I'll talk about that mindset a little bit further down the story. But I was working at the startup company doing videos for, I'd say, a year and a half. And the thing with working with 4 to 5 other people is that it's a small, tight-knit family. Like, even the people that you don't like, you have to quote unquote get along with them. That's the thing with being an employee. You have to work with other people. Even if you hate their guts, you still gotta somehow get along because money's money, money rules the world, and people will do a lot of things for money and screw other people over. But with this first job that I worked at, there was an individual that always belittled me, called me other names in front of my face, very self-righteous, narcissistic person who cared a lot about themselves and really did not put himself in other people's shoes. And there were a couple incidences where I myself, like, I'm a pretty level-headed. I try to get along with people. Like, I might not like you, but I try to be a nice person. But there were times where this individual called me profanity names in a professional environment, by the way, calling me names. And just every time we went to like this, what we go every week is these family or these team lunches. I could just see in that individual that he is very gimme type of person. I don't know how to put that in words, but it's like, mine. You can't have any of it. With everything, whether it came to, the way that he treated people in our office space and the way that he treated me. And I like to let things pass and slide. But there was an incident where we all went out and for dinner, and he himself, we all bought dishes for everyone to share, but he himself bought a dish for himself, for him to eat. But guess what? We all paid for it. And I didn't realize that till after the fact because we got hella lit. But after the fact, I was like, man, that person. And he eventually got fired. Says a lot about people, right? I wonder why. But I guess for the longest time, instead of learning to just let people be how they are and remove myself from it and not get emotionally attached, I would always be like, screw this person, and hold all this anger and resentment and use all this energy that I don't really need. And then fast forward to my second job that I got after in this another organization. I got into a car accident, a freak accident. And that happened in February, and I was out for a month of work. And you're like, what does that have to do with anything with this? The person who was driving me was my so-called coworker. And he was the one driving, and I got whiplash really bad, where I thought I can't even look at a screen anymore because it hurts my eyes. What's wrong with me? And I ended up having a very big concussion. So what I had to do is I had to file things like insurance and talk to lawyers, and I need to talk to my coworker, the person who drove the car. So I talked to him, and he decided not to give me any of his driver's license info or any of the information in the incident. And I'm like, to have your own coworker kind of go against you and kind of protect themselves, I get it in a way where everyone's looking out for their best interests first, and like I don't want to do anything with that person. But I feel like in that situation where I needed cooperation from that coworker, it was just, he was a young kid. But what put the cherry on top of that, hold up, I gotta get water. On top of that, while I was a month at home injured and this coworker was still working, I decided to do a little investigation to see what I can find about this guy. And completely by chance, I found, well, if you don't know yet, I like to make videos, right? I work for this company and I make a video for this company. And what I managed to find was that this individual took my videos that I made and used it for his demo reel or his own portfolio, and took away my credits, took away my name, and put his name everywhere all around that video. And I was already heated already because this was a person who pretty much could have, as dramatic as may seem, changed my life, and like I could never be the same again. I don't still know if I am 100% recovered. And he has the creative integrity because he also did video in our company. To call yourself an artist or any kind of doing artsy stuff, to steal another person's videos and artwork and put your name all over it, I'm like, why do I keep going from company to company and meeting all these people that just seem to just screw me over? And I just keep attracting all these negative vibes where deep down inside, might seem self-righteous, but I think I'm an alright person. So I guess call it some hippie bullcrap, but you are what you attract. And if you're angry all the time and you're looking to pick point and analyze people and be like, I told you so, that person's a bad person. Or, I told you so, that person's a really, like, just narcissistic, self-conceited person that I don't want to be with. But if you put conclusions on things, as older I get, that's what I realize, is that you put conclusions and you shorten your overall perspective of how you see people. And how it, I'm just gonna hold it. God, son of. And how I see it is that, yeah, that person might have done something wrong or no one's taught them growing up, but I myself am not a saint, and no one's like completely a good person and no one's completely a bad person. And I guess the biggest thing that I need to work on is to forgive. And forgiveness is something that, even to today, I'm slowly starting to understand isn't necessarily justifying or letting whatever that person did to you be it right, or it's a right thing to do, but it's more so along the lines of letting that thing that bothered me so much, it's not going to bother me anymore because I forgive them. It doesn't mean that what they did was right, but I acknowledged it, and I'm going to move on with my life, and I'm going to forgive them. And it's more so for me than the other person. And that's one of the biggest things that I wish that I took away when I was younger, is to not learn how to hold resentment and grudges. And when you're feeling some type of way about a person, you either speak about it or just let it go. And it's always easier said than done, man. But you are what you attract, and I felt like for the longest time, if I'm always this angry person, screw the world, screw you, that's what I'm doing, man. And I think I still do sometimes. Like, I have a negative bias. And I try to be more self-aware, like record videos like these. But I know very well that in another minute, I'm going to have some bad thought, and it's going to trickle if I keep focusing on that. And what I just need to do is literally to forgive every single person that has quote unquote wronged me in my life, instead of hold all this resentment and this anger, and to be like, I forgive you. I forgive all the people that have ever done something to hurt me, or that I took something way too personally that I should have. But at the end of the day, like, even though someone like does something wrong to you like, we're humans and we want to do things like redemption. We want revenge. But that doesn't make you any of a better person. And what it comes down to it is just being able to be like, okay, I acknowledge that situation, and I'm going to see it if I see it next time. But that person, I'm going to forget now. I'm not going to constantly hurt myself. There's that quote. Resentment is like drinking poison and you want other people to die, right? But instead, you're the one that's dying. And that's something that I'm learning, is forgiveness. So yeah, that's it for this heart to heart, See y'all in the next one.